and C-Suite Conversations. Your time to be live with Dr. Lisa. I hope that your day is, again, off to a great start, because we all know how important it is to have a great start to the morning in order to have a great start and a great rest of the day, rest of the week, and so forth. So I hope you woke up with some positive thoughts. I hope you woke up this morning with positive intentions, and I hope that your day is productive. Today's topic is, how do you keep winning even when you're not welcomed, right? So we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can keep winning even when you're not welcome. So the first way that you can keep winning even when you're not feeling welcomed is to really have a purpose, right? So depending on where you're showing up, what role you're taking on, what title you're taking on, what challenges you're facing, the first thing is to really have and know your purpose. What's your purpose? Who are you? What are you bringing to the table? What are you? Also, what's your why? Like, why are you there? What is your goal? What are your visions in this particular role? And I think that, Serena probably felt like in the beginning, her purpose really was to be the best tennis player. And not only just to be the best tennis player, but to be the best tennis player so that she could be an example, a role model, for other young girls, so that she could, help out her family, so she could do so many things with that. But she knew pretty much who she was. She knew she was, a little black girl from Compton. She knew what she was, and she knew why she was there. So the first way of winning, the first way to win, even when you're not welcomed, is to have and know your purpose. Okay? The second way to win, even when you're not welcome, is that you have to believe in your ability. So you have to believe that you have the qualifications, you have to believe that you have the knowledge, you have to believe that you can succeed in whatever role it is that you're being placed in or whatever challenges you're being faced with. And that comes with being, developing your confidence. It's having confidence in yourself, because it can be very easy for someone to strip that away from you when you're being placed in an environment when you don't feel welcomed. You may feel like you don't want to share your gifts. You may feel like, you don't want to speak up in meetings, or you may feel like you just don't have what it takes, to really survive in that role. But you really have to believe in your ability. So if we look at, all of the great leaders, really, of our times, they all believed in their abilities, despite, again, obstacles that may have been in their way. Even looking at people like who I really admire, like Katherine Johnson, the African-American mathematician whose calculations sent a man to the moon. I mean, look at all of the challenges that she faced, the discrimination that she faced on a daily basis. But she had a purpose, and she believed in her ability. She knew that she had the answer to get the man to the moon. And let's imagine what would have happened if she would have let the people who were bullying her, or the people who were telling her that she couldn't do it. Imagine if she let them get into her head. Imagine if she just decided to give up and she didn't believe in herself. We would not have had the accomplishments that, we have now in space, going forward. So you really have to believe in your ability in order to win, even when you're not welcomed. And the third way that you win, even when you're not welcomed, is that you really have to rise to another level, right? So you really have to push through and rise to another level. So here's what I mean by rising to another level. So if we, again, look at Serena Williams and look at all of the challenges that she's faced, she decided at some point in her career that it was more than just tennis, right? She decided that it had to be more than just tennis, the reason that she was put here on this earth. She realized that she had a platform. She had a platform to speak about injustice. She had a platform to speak about equal pay for women. She had a platform to speak about gender inequality. She had a platform to speak about women's rights. I mean, we can go on, but she knew that it was much bigger than tennis, and it was much bigger than her even. You know, so she rose to another level, even when things started getting really difficult for her. She rose to another level, and she's impacted so many people by doing that. So those are the three ways that I think that we can all win, even when we're not welcomed. And I'm just going to repeat those again. So the first is to have a purpose, to know who you are, what you are, and why you're here. The second is to believe in your ability. Believe that you have the knowledge and the qualifications that you need to see your visions come true. The third is to rise above and to rise to another level. You know, what is it that you can achieve beyond, you know, what you may even think that you're here for? So those are my 3 tips for the ways that you can win even when you're not welcomed. And I want to encourage all of the change makers, all of the strategy makers, and all of the trailblazers to keep winning. Keep winning, keep fighting, even when you're faced with adversity and even when you're faced with challenges. Because we need your gifts, we need your talents, we need the next thing, the next invention, whatever it is that you can bring to this world to change this world, to make it a better place. We need those things. So we need you to keep winning.